Do you remember the one student in your class who made your life miserable? Yes, the one your parents and teachers loved, but you hated the most. I was one such Sharmaji's son throughout my school life. I see a lot of you smiling right now. The people who are not smiling and staring at me, we've all been in the same boat named toppers. As a topper all along, I was far away from the F word. Wait, I know what you are thinking right now. Of course, it is not what you think it is. However, the various challenges, subjects, and examinations that life throws at you outside of school aren't as easy. Each one of us experience the F word at least once, if not several times. Now, this F word punches us in the face, knocks us down to the ground. You must have guessed it already. Failures. Have you ever experienced failure? A silly question to ask human beings, right? We've all experienced this feeling at least once. The feeling of being judged by the people all around. The feeling that I am not good enough. The feeling that I was never meant to win. This competitive world has ensured that we are chasing success right from our early school days. Our parents always want us to be the best. They wish, push, and hope that we stand out of the crowd. They work hard themselves for us to do so. This simply translates, and it's funny how this simply translates to securing the prestigious first few ranks. Although my parents never wished, pushed, or hoped that I would be a topper, I always was. Class 10, district topper. Class 12, school second. Engineering, first year, 9.5. Second year, 9.3. Third year, 6.7. For someone who scored A's throughout his life, I got a D. Moreover, I went from being a 9-pointer to a 6-pointer. Now, the reason behind this great fall is a story for another day. If you started to think it was a girl, I bet it wasn't. All I remember today is experiencing pain, guilt, and hopelessness. I was drowning in thoughts filled only and only with negativity. It felt like my past self would hate the failure that I had turned into. The F word was back again. It punched me in my face and I fell to the ground. What do you do in such a situation? Now I'm sure what you're thinking. Failing in an examination? What's the big deal? It's really common. Have you ever failed at something in life? In my case, it was something simple and stupid. Despite trying really hard, several attempts, I failed and was unable to learn how to ride a geared motorcycle. I thought it was very difficult to simultaneously manage both hands, both legs functioning, moving around a lot of people on the road. I'm sure what you're thinking. What a shame. That's exactly what I thought back then. To add on to the pressure, the fear of being laughed at, teased, I thought I was never meant for this. I gave up. Have you ever given up on something you really wish to achieve, but you couldn't do it? You may have failed once, twice, 100 times. Thomas Alva Edison, did not give up after the first few failures, not even after the first few hundred failures. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter was rejected 12 times. Did she give up after the first few rejections? The list, my friends, is endless. But what's common in all those who've succeeded after failing is the fact that they never gave up. We give up when we start to think we are not good enough. We are not meant to win, and very conveniently, we blame it all on luck. I have failed almost all elections so far in my life. Every competition that I've participated in, I won the second place. That feeling of winning but losing has always bothered me. It made me feel like I was weak, defeated, and not good enough. I would always blame my luck very conveniently and find reasons, excuses to justify why I never succeeded. What do you do in such cases? Do you blame your luck? How do you deal with failures? Do you even deal with failures or simply choose to ignore them like they never happened? When I was in college, I failed, but my parents picked me up. They helped me stand back on my feet. At times, all we need is a few people, or at least one person, to believe in you and tell you, it's okay if you failed. It's not the end of the world. Such comforting and encouraging words from my father helped me tackle that failure. My grades may have fallen, but I have seen my life rise ever since. I failed several times on how to learn to ride a motorcycle. I had given up. But I had one friend who believed in me, who pushed me. He woke up my sleepy confidence and said, try one more time. And guess what? I tried. Not once, not twice, but repeatedly. And like the saying goes, persistence paid off. From being afraid, from losing hope, thinking I would never be able to, I soon went on a 1,000-kilometer road trip from Pune, Maharashtra to Ooty, Tamil Nadu on my bike. Again, if you're thinking all of this is for a girl, I bet it wasn't. I thought I had arrived. With the support of my people, the power of persistence, I said, I'm ready to face any failure that life would throw at me. But I was still puzzled and confused as to why I was losing competitions, why I was failing elections. As much as we do not like to or want to acknowledge it, potential plays an important role in the battle between success and failure. Am I saying most of us don't have the potential? Of course not. We all have the potential and what it takes to win. The fact is, we may not be doing enough. I was losing elections. I was losing competitions. I was doing good, but not good enough. The common saying goes that failures are stepping stones to success. Well, it's extremely important to understand that one must also know how to pave the path as we walk towards success. Now, after having worked on my potential, I stand today at a TEDx stage, something that I've strived for over 5 years now. Today, as a trainer, a public speaker, and a coach myself, I believe that I lacked the potential at one point in time. I admit it with no hesitation. I had to work on it all to get where I am. Today, I've spoken to over 10,000 individuals, trained over 5,000. And I'm sure the number is going to increase with TEDx right here. Having said all of this and being where I am today, have I finally arrived? Am I saying this is an end to the failures of my life. Certainly not. I have miles of failures to go before I sleep. I believe failures are an opportunity for me to grow, to expand my horizons, and to bring out the best of my abilities. What will you do when you are faced with the F word? One of my all-time favorite Bollywood movies, Chichore. I'm sure you all watched that movie. It has a very interesting lesson. We all know what to do if we are successful and if we win. But no one ever wants to talk about what to do if you fail. I say, find the people in your life, the people who will lift you up no matter how hard or how many times you fall. Persist and work hard. Well, no matter how hard it gets, never ever give up. And finally, unlock your true potential so that you are good enough. Finally, my friends, fear not to fail. Fear not to face the F word. Because Albert Einstein said, if you never failed, you never tried something new. Carry along with you the 3 P's, the people, persistence, and potential, and you will be ready to punch the F word in the face, and the F word will fall flat on the ground. Thank you.